We're just going to do a little bit of a different flow today, and we'll focus a little bit on the glutes. Because one of the things that you notice when you're in certain poses, and you'll see this when we do it, like when you're in side plank, for example, and you're lifting the leg up, it's quite a good idea to check whether you're engaging the glutes or whether it's just the leg. So you'll see that it'll make more sense when we do it. As always, please pay attention to your body. If you need to come out of the pose, come out. If you need to modify, modify. If you need props, then go for it. We're going to start by coming into child's pose. So you can bring the knees out wide if you want to go deeper into the chest and open the chest. Or you can bring the knees together if you want to work into the lower back. So just bring your head towards the mat. Take the arms out in front of you and just come into the breath for a few moments. You can sigh out the first few. And as you breathe in, just feel that space in the ribs and feel the back of the ribs as well, drawing away from the body. So nice and big. And I want you to think of the breath as giving you power and grounding you as well. And from here, I want you to inhale and lift off the mat and bring yourself into your plank pose. So remember, you can drop the knees if you need to. And I want us to hold plank for a few breaths. Engage the core. Feel the glutes engaging as well. And if you want to go deeper, you can do a few chaturanga push-ups if you want to work into the triceps. When you're in your plank pose, just keep your shoulders strong but neutral. So we're not hunching or rounding them so much. Stay here for a little bit longer. Draw the heels away, nice and strong. For 3, for 2, for 1, drop the knees, come back into child's pose. Feel that breath all the way in, all the way out. Just being aware of it. And we're going to inhale, and we're going to come back into plank pose. We're going to hold it again for a few more breaths. And you can do your chaturanga push-ups. When you're doing your push-up, try not to go further down than 90 degrees. Take care of the sort of the front of the shoulders as well. You can always take it less low if that helps. Hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Drop the knees, come back into child's pose. And then from here, I want you to inhale, walk the hands towards the right side of the mat. And feel that breath in that left side body. See if you can draw that left glute towards the feet. And we're going to inhale as we come up, bringing the bum up. And I want you to straighten that left leg. And just turn that right lower leg out towards the right. We're coming into sort of a side plank. So have a nice twist over to the left. Stabilize that right shoulder so you're not sinking into it. Nice and strong. And what I want you to do from here is to start lifting that left leg up. Now take a few and just see how you're feeling. If you feel like the leg is doing the work and you're feeling it here, start engaging the glutes. Because that's what we want to work as well. You can tap them. Just take 3 more. Slowly release. Bring that knee in. Bring the left hand to the mat. And we're going to take it to the other side. So the right leg straightens out. Left leg fans out slightly. Twisting over to the right. So a nice big stretch here. And again, lift that right leg off. You might find it's different on one side. I think where I'm a bit stronger on the right, I'm engaging that glute a bit more on this side. So just tap it. Just feel it working as we lift and lower. The 3, 2, 1, and release. And slowly bring yourself back. Bring that knee back. Come back into your child's pose towards the right. And we're going to slowly walk the hands over to the center. Back into child's pose. Take a couple of more breaths here. And then we're going to go to the other side. So walk the hands over to the left. Breathe into that right side body. Nice and big, guys. And let's place the hands on the mat. Lift yourself up. And we're going to straighten that right leg this time. Fan that left leg out slightly as we stretch over to the right. And remember to work that left shoulder. You can tap it to make sure it's nice and strong. And then we're going to lift that right leg and release. So just take a few. You don't have to do loads of these. Just tap the glute. Check that it's engaging. One of the reasons I want to do this is that it's something that's going around quite a lot at the moment. This idea of snoozy glutes, especially with many of us working from home. We're just moving less. So just bring yourself back. Draw that right knee in and let's take it to the other side. So left leg comes out. Stretching over to the left. And then we're going to lift that left side. So I know for me, I need to work on this side a bit more. There we go. And take a couple more if you want. And release. And bring yourself back into your child's pose towards the left. Take a couple of breaths. And then let's come back to center. Just take a couple of breaths here. Just see yourself. See how you're doing. How you're feeling. So important just to check in on yourself. And then we're going to come up. So come into your all fours. And from here, I want you to take yourself. We're going to work into the glutes. So drop the knees. And what I want you to do is I want you to just lift that right foot up as if you're pressing it towards the ceiling, like so. Keeping that right knee bent. We're working into the right glute. So nice and strong. So we're not opening out that right hip. Just working the glutes. So here for 3, 2, 1, and release. And let's take it over to the other side. So the left knee bent and just lifting that left foot, pressing it towards the sky. 3, 2, 1, and release. And we're going to take our cat-cow breath. So as you inhale, tilt the pelvis towards the mat, draw the belly down, shoulders come into the spine, gaze comes up. Exhale, let's reverse that motion, so take your time. Really enjoy the stretch. And have a go at some of these on the fingertips. And working into the hands as well. You can have a go with some with the fingers towards the body. That's quite a strong one. Oh, I don't do it for too long. Work with your breath. Just take a couple more. We're going to come back to our neutral spine. And from here, I want you to slowly sit back on the heels. If it's too uncomfortable, you can just release the feet. We're just working into the feet for a few breaths. I want you to inhale as you sweep the arms up and lift the bum up. So you want the hips above the knees. You can take the gaze up. Exhale, let's lower it down, sweep the arms behind you, so working into the shoulders as well. Inhale, come up, exhale, come down. Really feel that space in the upper body as well as we lift on the inhale. Let's just take one more, sweep it up, sweep it down. Hold it here. And release. Just take a few shoulder rolls. Both. Nice. And I want you to take that right arm, lift it up, stretching that right side, and take the right hand behind you, so between the shoulder blades. Take the left hand and see if you can bring the left hand to meet the right. Don't worry if you can't, grab the t-shirt. That's absolutely fine. Just stretching into the shoulders. Breathe in. One more inhale. Exhale to release. Release my toes. We're going to inhale as we lift that left arm up. So again, nice stretch here. Take that left hand between the shoulder blades. So palm facing the body. Take the right hand, sweep it up, see if you can meet the hands. Grab the t-shirt if that's available. You can always use the belt for this as well. Take one more inhale and exhale to release. And just shake the arms out. And we're going to just come back up, lift the hips up. Bring the arms in front of you, and then we're going to take it back. So engage the core. Tap it, come back. Just take it back. One more time, let's go back and hold. And then from here, come forward. Take the hands to the mat in front of you. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, and we're coming into downward facing dog. I want you to take 3 lion's breaths here. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. You can pedal the feet, bend the knees, press the hands into the mat. Breathe into the back of the body as well, so nice and strong. From here, I want you to slowly walk the hands towards the feet. And come into your ragdoll. So just shake it out. Bend the knees if you need. Just feel the back relaxing. And from here, I want you to start bending the knees, sweep the arms up and come into your chair pose. Hold it here. Breathe in, take it deeper if you want. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly come all the way down. Drop the knees. Inhale to lift. Nice big stretch. Hold it here. And then bring the arms in front of you. And let's take it back, working into the core. And forward. And back. Hold it here. And forward. Let's go back again. This time I want you to come forward and take the hands back to the mat in front of you. Lift the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's slowly walk the hands towards the feet. So we're just doing a little cycle here. Swing it out. Just a couple more times. Come to center, sweep the arms, bend the knees. Come into Utkatasana, chair pose. So just keep the knees in line, nice and strong. And exhale as we slowly release the knees, bring the arms in front of you, bum comes up. Take it back, work the core. Come forward and back and forward. Take it back again, hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring it forward, slowly drop the hands in front of you, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. And let's walk the hands towards the feet. Swing it out, working into the hamstrings as well. Slowly bend the knees, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Take one more inhale. Exhale, slowly drop to the mat. Let's take a few shoulder rolls here. And we're going to walk the hands out in front of us. And we're going to come into downward facing dog again. And from here, I want you to lift that right arm off the mat. Reach the fingers in front of you. Take the right hand, bring it to the outside of the left leg. So we're coming into a twist over to the left. And release. Take that left hand, stretch it out in front of you. Now bring it inside to the outside of that right leg. Stretching over towards the right. And release. Take a deep inhale. Exhale as we take the gaze between the hands. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So come into the top of the mat now. Come into your ragdoll. Swing it out, shake it out. Whatever you need. And from here, I want you to start bending the knees and slowly place the hands on the mat. Keep bending the knees and bring that right leg out behind you. Bring the left leg out behind you. So we're meeting in plank pose. And let's hold it here. What I want you to do from here is lift that right leg off the mat and take some circles with that right leg. So take them in one direction, come back and take them in the other direction. Come back, hold that leg up and release. And let's take the other leg. So we're working into the glutes still. Take a few circles in the other direction and lift that left leg up and release. And from here, I want you to go through your vinyasa flow. So bend the elbows, hug them in, open the heart, come back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands and slowly walk the feet towards the hands. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale to fall. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. Just take a few moments here. Just slowly come into your Tadasana pose. So lift the toes up, spread them out, bring them back to the mat. Let the weight shift towards the heels, shoulders away from the ear, arms by the side. Remember to feel that length in the upper body. Almost feel like there's a piece of string pulling you up. Nice and strong. And from here, I want you to take hold of opposite elbows behind the back. Breathe in. Take that left leg, step it out to the side, coming into your goddess pose. So check your feet, bring the toes so they're facing away from the body, bend into the knees. Open the heart. Lift up. I want you to slowly release the arms, take hold of the hands, making a fist towards the mat. Draw the shoulders in towards each other, open the heart. Slowly straighten the knees. And as you exhale, just hinge forward from the hips into a nice big forward fold. Take your time. Wait to slowly release the hands and just bring them towards the toes if that's available. And we're going to inhale as we lift the chest, straighten the arms. Exhale to fold. Exhale. And I want you to slowly start bending into that right knee. Use the hands to support you as you come into a side lunge over towards the right. Take your time. You can have a little go at releasing the hands. Just do whatever you fancy here. Then I want you to lift all the way up through goddess pose. Hold it here. You can bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to pulse here for 3, for 2, for 1, and hold. And slowly start bending over towards that left knee. So we're coming to a side lunge on this side now. And again, if you want to have a go at releasing the hands, you can. Let's come all the way back to the right. Frame that right foot. Take that right leg back, coming into a 3-legged plank. Slowly lower down through your 3-legged chaturanga. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. And wait to inhale as we take the heels away from the mat. Exhale to lower. Do that 2 more times. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands, step or walk feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. Take a few moments here. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose. Just hold it here for a little bit longer. Nice and strong. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's lower it down. Elbows in towards the body. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're going to inhale that right leg in the air. I want you to bend the right knee. Bring the right foot behind the right hand. Take that left foot out slightly. And we're going to come up into our warrior one pose. So you want that outer edge of that left foot towards the mat, nice and strong, bending into that right knee. We're going to twist it over to the right, and we're going to twist it over to the left. Back to center. Bring the hands behind the body, clasp the hands, shoot the fist towards the mat, open the shoulders, open the heart, sorry. And we're going to straighten that front leg and slowly come forward into humble warrior. And let's inhale as we come up all the way nice and slow. Release the hands and just gently bending into that front knee. And I want you to hop that left foot forward slightly. And as you inhale, float that left foot off the mat, coming into your warrior three pose. Coming off that right leg. I'm going to try and keep that left glute nice and strong. So we're not pulling out the hips. We keep it nice and steady, nice and strong. As you inhale, I want you to come up. Tap the right heel with the toes on the left foot. Let's take it back again to warrior. I want you to slowly start bending that right knee. Bring the left knee into the back of that right knee as we come all the way down to the mat. Let's see how we're doing. I want you to lift that left arm up, nice big stretch. And let's start twisting over to the right. Bring the left elbow to the outside of that right knee. So a nice little twist. I want to keep the back nice and neutral, so we're not leaning back. It can happen because you feel like it takes you deeper into the twist. It really doesn't. Let's inhale it back to center. And just have a little counter twist over to the left. And from here, I want you to bring the hands behind you, fingers pointing towards the toes. Open the legs out. Come into your reverse table. Take the head back. So this is quite good for the whole body and it's good for the triceps. Just be careful with the shoulders here. We're going to inhale, we lift the head, tuck the chin in and slowly come down to the mat. Bring yourself back to the top of the mat. I want you to frame the front of the body and we're going to shoot the legs back into plank pose. Take a deep inhale, exhale as we lower it down through chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands. Step or walk, feet to hands. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, Bruhasana. Exhale to release. Just take a few moments here. We're going to work through the other side. You know, but you know what to expect. Just take a few more breaths. Just check in on yourself. Just notice how your body's feeling. Go back into your Tadasana. And inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank pose. So check your alignment in plank. If you find that you're dipping in the hips, then just engage the core to get that lift. If it's really painful, then just drop the knees. That's absolutely fine. Let's take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, let's bend the elbows, working into the triceps as we inhale and lift up. And downward facing dog. Let's inhale that left leg in the air. And exhale as you bend the left knee, bring the left foot behind the left hand. And we're going to turn that right foot out 45 degrees as we come into our warrior one. So remember the hips as well. See if they can face forward, if that's possible. Again, we're not forcing anything. So you're working into that back leg, almost drawing it in towards the body. Bring the arms up. Let's take a twist over to the left. Back through center and take it over to the right. Let's take it back to the middle. Keep that bend in the left knee. Take the hands behind. You can take reverse prayer. You can take opposite elbows or fists towards the mat. Whatever you want. Slowly straighten that front leg. Take a deep inhale to open the heart. And exhale to hinge forward. We're going to inhale as we slowly come up. Release the hands. So I want you to bounce that right foot in slightly, bending into that left knee. And we're going to lift that right foot off as we come into warrior three on the other side. So just take the arms wherever it's comfortable. You can keep the hips nice and square. Engage the glute. I want you to lift up. Tap the left heel with the right toes. Let's take it back onto warrior three. Don't worry if you wobble. Ooh, quite tricky. Then I want you to start bending the knees. Bring the right knee to the back of the left knee as you come down, back to the mat. Make any adjustments. We're going to inhale, you lift that right arm up. As you exhale, let's twist over to the left. So bring that right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Try not to force that twist. Try to keep the back nice and straight. A deep inhale. Exhale to release. And just slowly take a nice little counter twist over to the right. Slowly come back through center. Hands behind, fingers pointing towards the feet. Open the legs out. And you can come into reverse tabletop, or if you want to do reverse plank, that's absolutely fine. Just let the head fall back. As you inhale, just lift the head up, tuck the chin in as we slowly come back to the mat. And then we're going to come back to the front. So hands to the top of the mat. Bring yourself back into plank pose. You can hold it for a little bit longer here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, let's bend the elbows. Keep them in towards the body. Open the heart. Exhale as you come into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. Step or walk feet to hands. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Nice and tall. Exhale to release. Just take a few moments here. We've got about 7 minutes left because we started about 4 minutes later than we. Just again, take a few moments, check in on yourself. If there's any little niggly bits, you've got a little bit of pain, be mindful of those. Sometimes we forget when we're practicing, we just keep going and you might be hurting yourself. So just take a few moments every now and then. Check in. You're going to inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Let's take it back into plank. A nice deep inhale. Exhale. Lower it down through chaturanga. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. We're going to inhale that right leg in the air. Let's come forward into three-legged plank. Lower it down through a three-legged vinyasa. Come back into downward facing dog. Let's take that left leg in the air and come forward into your three-legged plank. Take it through a three-legged vinyasa. Come back into downward facing dog. A deep inhale. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. Step or walk feet to hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. Take a few moments. We're nearly there. We're coming towards the end of the practice. We have a little bit of standing and we're going to come towards. We're going to come into tree pose. So I'm going to take the right leg up first. I'm going to plant that left foot into the mat. Check your hips. Make sure you're not jutting out. So we're engaging the glutes. Let's fire up those glutes. And lift that right foot off. Place it above the knee, below the knee. You have the toes touching the mat. Just check your hip alignment here. Engage that left glute. Bring the hands to heart center. And you can open up the hands whenever you want. And slowly release that right foot. Bring that right knee into the chest. See if you can do it with no hands. Just hold it here. Flex that right foot. Engage that left glute. Make sure you're not dipping to the left. And then we're going to slowly release that right foot to the mat. And just shake it out. We're going to take the other side. So press that right foot into the mat. Left foot comes up. Place it where it works for you. Again, check that right glute. Bring the hands to heart center. Release that tree whenever you're ready. When you're ready, slowly release that left foot. Bring the knee into the chest. Flex that foot. See if you can engage that right glute. Make sure you're not dipping too much. And slowly release. And shake it out. And we're going to bring the hands, the feet, sorry, mat distance apart. And we've got about 4 minutes to go, I think, 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to slowly come down into our yogi squat. Now, from here, you can just release the bum onto the mat and come into your butterfly fold. Or you can have a quick go at crow. That's your choice. With your butterfly fold, just bring the feet together. Open them out like a book. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let's hinge forward and slowly just round the back and relax. Just have a few lion's breaths here. When you're ready, slowly come up, draw the knees in, and come into your final Shavasana. So we'll be here for about a minute. Remember to just stretch into the upper body before you come down and release. We're going to start deepening the breath. Just slowly starting to wriggle the fingers and the toes. And let's start rotating the ankles and the wrists in both directions. So really lift off the feet and have a nice little rotation. Have a nice big stretch. Oh, draw the knees in. Give yourself a nice little hug. And a little rock. When you're ready, take your time. We're going to meet in our cross-legged position. Keeping the eyes closed and the face soft. Bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to end today's practice with our 3 clearing breaths. You can bring the thumbs up to the third eye. And I want to thank you all for joining me in today's practice. I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in you. Thank you for today's practice.
Thanks, Shab.
Thanks a lot, guys. Brilliant. Take care. Speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Take care, loves. Bye.